real estate is a lot of different things, but I've always seen it as somewhat, my job is to help people find their community and build community. And it just makes sense now with the gym and the support and the accountability I've had that even though I tried to quit a while back, I was like, what I would be missing is the community. And a lot of what I do, it's the community at the gym, but it does connect just really well with my purpose. And what I do with real estate is finding your community, being part of your community, and being challenged by your community. It just goes hand in hand with, finding where you want to live.
I love that.
This is Lee Hargrave, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist, former rocket scientist, and homeowner.
Ooh, this is Isis Hargrave, Certified OPEX Coach Nutrition Guru, and as a military brat, I love and hate to move.
And this is Adonys Wright, CrossFit Level 2 and head coach at enduraLAB. Reception to Conception.
Yes.
And you found the enduraLAB podcast, where we dive into the science behind fitness,
the ins and outs of better health,
and lifestyle strategies to help you live your best life.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
So how was the weekend?
Weekend was good. The weather is cooling down in
is.
DFW area. I've got my new hoodie from the enduraLAB store on.
Looks very good.
Buy now.
Yeah.
Embroidered. Some action there. Big hood. This is an XL if you like that comfy.
That's a large.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Oh, yeah.
large.
Also show off the yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
a stitched
The round bottom flask.
round bottom
Also
flask.
known as the beaker that everybody,
Yeah, they hate when they call it the beaker, but that's what we call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My weekend was good. I just went to yoga, really.
Get them.
Went
Also,
to yoga.
we have two special guests today. If you hear some sniffering around or a bark,
Waffle.
we got waffles in the house and we got some cats over here. But I went to yoga on Saturday and that was really it. Just watched a lot of football. UNT 8-1 now. Watch out, world. We're coming for that college football playoff. Trying to get that last spot. And Matt, I'm still waiting for the UNT flag back here, man. Come on.
No trick-or-treating now?
No trick or treating.
Oh.
No,
No,
I kept my ass inside.
That's right. It's the beginning of Christmas season.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that, like, as soon as November 1 hit, like, Mariah Carey's playing on my radio. And we almost took out the tree multiple times, but we kind of held back because we do it during Thanksgiving as an activity.
Yeah.
Like, we
Not
go.
last year. Last year we went early.
We did go. I had to
Before?
stop Lee. Lee took out everything like November 1 last time.
I just felt like the holidays were so compressed last
They
year.
were. Why was that?
I don't know.
Was it because Thanksgiving was super late?
It was like on the 28th or 29th last year.
Yeah, but it's like the 27th this year, so I guess
Yeah,
it's
see,
coming out.
an extra day.
Yeah, we got to take out the Christmas tree.
Well, today we've got someone who lives that balance better than most. Dillon Dewald, broker,
Hey.
investor, entrepreneur, and dad of 5. Yes, you've heard that right. 5 kids.
Cow
We're
chicka
going-
wow wow. Sorry.
Putting in work.
Yeah.
Putting
We're
in
going to
work.
dive into how he manages family, business, and fitness, and why being physically strong is his foundation for success in those areas.
Yeah, and most people talk about work-life balance. Dillon definitely was worried about that in the beginning, but he embodies what it means to come in and fit it in early in the morning. He's leading a business during the day and being with his big family at night. It's a story about discipline, dedication, and he's always showing up with that energy, wouldn't you say? Or no?
I
Are you
try.
a morning
No, I'll
person?
try.
No.
No?
No,
turned-
I
he's
don't
not.
see him
He's
at
turned
5
into
a.m.
one.
Okay.
He gets up in the morning, but I
Out of
wouldn't say he has a
necessity.
lot of energy in the morning.
Gotcha.
After the workout, he's good. But we're also going to connect to something bigger today. You know, how wellness isn't just about personal growth, but it's also about environmental growth. The places that we live, the homes that we buy also have an effect on our fitness lifestyle. So we're just going to try to get into the mind of Dillon and see where those things meet.
I like that, the mind of Dillon.
The mind of Dillon.
Well, welcome,
Scary,
man. Is this like, do you run from podcast to podcast, or is this like...
Yeah, this is my 4th one this morning.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
nice.
I'm
Awesome.
kind of tapped
Thank you
out.
for
I'm
making
tapped
time
out.
for us on your busy
Yeah,
schedule.
we appreciate it.
On your podcast tour.
Yeah.
We're glad that we were able to make it. Obviously, you have a lot on your plate. Family of 5, growing businesses, real estate investing, and somehow you have turned your training into an utmost consistency, a lot of that coming into the AM classes. But walk us through how fitness fits in your day.
Well, it has to start early for me, and I'll back up. This is my first podcast. I've got 5 kids, but this is the first time that I've gone into the podcast world. So maybe 8 weeks ago, I feel like I shifted. I'd been coming for a while to the lab, trying to make the lunchtime meeting, loved the crew and the people that were at the lunchtime workout. It was always super fun, but I couldn't do it consistently. My days can get busy very quickly. They're very unpredictable. I try to get my kids to school every morning. That is the one thing I can do, is my mornings can be consistent. Try to do at least most of the drop-offs during the week so that I get that time with the kids in the car. And it occurred to me that the morning is the most consistent time for my family, for me to get that time. And integrating a workout, while I don't want to, I'm super not a morning person, very lazy. I like to hit snooze over and over and over. I realized that the only way for me to have my workout be consistent is to get here in the morning. And as Adonys said, I'm not very cheerful when I come in, but by the time I leave, the way I feel, the way I'm ready to take on the day and get back before everyone in my house wakes up. That's kind of the goal, is to get out and get back before anyone's awake.
He's really cheerful when Dawson's in class. They'll like have their
Workout buddy.
Workout buddy rivalry. And then if Dawson's not in class, he's a little more quiet. But once you're done working out, you got the endorphins going, you're a little more chatty.
Yeah, it is Dawson that got me in the morning. He got me to come early. So there was some accountability quickly. He would text me at 4:30, "Are you awake?" And
is he a morning person?
He's kind of an always person.
Oh.
He's just sort of on it.
I need to meet him. I still haven't met him yet. But on the lines of feeling good post-workout, how do you feel like that helps you handle your day, your stress, or making decisions, things like that?
Yeah, that the feeling post-workout, even going home, and like the clarity that I have. Once I'd done it for, several weeks on end, the productivity that I would see early in my day before lunch, the amount of stuff I could get done when I used to be trying to struggle to get into class or into a workout. Now I was noticing my days, I would get so much done before lunch. Really 1 or 2 is sort of my goal now, is to really kind of eat the frogs, as I had a boss used to tell me, is to get the hard stuff done quick.
First, yep.
And those mornings, that clarity on the way home, is like, it's just, time management's really important with all of our schedules and with my work schedule to make sure everything's on the calendar. But it's just like everything's clicking. By the time I go to bed at night, I feel I'm exhausted, but I used to make to-do lists. I used to plan out everything I needed to do quickly in the morning, and I still do that, but that post-workout high of like, I kind of see the whole day. I know what I need to take care of and jump into it pretty quickly.
And that's amazing. I mean, by bedtime, you should be exhausted. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people have problems sleeping because they either are working out late, which will affect your sleep, or they're not tired. And so they're watching TV or they're doing other things that are also not helping with sleep. So the fact that you have knocked out your workout, you've done all these things for work, you are taking care of your family, all this, and you're ready for bed is like actually what's supposed to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've kind of already talked about this, but as far as like your work-life balance, you have that structure, that routine where you say your mornings are going to be the best time for you to work out. You come home, you have that clarity, and you can eat the frogs, as you said as well. But what do you say no to in order to say yes to your health? Like, about your day, what are things that you've taken out to put in fitness? Like, how have you fit that in, and what have you taken out?
2 things. The life of a realtor is very fun. It can be very social after lunch. I don't randomly drink as much at lunch anymore.
Okay.
It used to be easy to have a drink and then have another drink, or say I'm stressed on a Wednesday, having drinks. I still do have time to drink, but I don't do it randomly anymore because it hurts at 5 a.m.
Yes. I mean,
that
you
Merlot
feel
hangover is real. And not staying up late. That with a lot of kids and with a lot of busy schedules, there is something when everybody's in bed that I just want to veg and hang out and stay up late.
Right.
That's not happening anymore.
You're not catching up on your shows?
I don't watch a lot of shows. I'm pretty boring.
No, that's good.
I watch whatever my wife wants to watch, but she, if she were here, she'd probably punch me if she heard me say, it's time for bed. Because we used to say that, getting all the kids to sleep. And as soon as the kids are asleep, I'm like, all right, it's 9:30. I got to get in my bedtime routine. Whereas I used to 10:30, 11,
Uh-huh.
I'd still be snacking possibly in
Yeah.
the kitchen. And now I'm 9:30. I'm trying to crawl into bed and get ready for the next day.
We kind of have that.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Oh,
I
you
definitely,
think?
I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person for sure. And
The
so,
kids sometimes put her to bed.
yeah, now, because, having 13, 14, like Jack is wanting to stay up later and I want to go to bed. And it's really messing with my routine. Lee the other day was like, oh, you're going to be in big trouble over the next couple of years, like when Jack started driving and all
You know
this
what her
stuff.
response was? Well, where are you going to be? I'm like, so wait a second. So it's just like, oh, you're
gonna
gonna be
stay up.
staying up late, and
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
go to
bed.
bed, and because it was the thing
You
of.
like staying up late.
But then on Sunday mornings, I want to sleep in. She's like, it's not cool that I'm the only one up. I'm like, well,
I
you were
told
the
this
only one
story.
in bed. So yes, it is more about finding time. I love the AM workout because as a guy who used to be working the full 9 to 5, or even longer, I could come up with a million excuses during the day. So like when your noon comes in, if you got something going on, it's easy to say no to. When you make that your starting point, like every day I'm going to start with a workout, it's a lot harder to say no, right? Because you can always make time for that. We talk about finding time, protecting our time, because that's performance psychology, right? Same principles we coach athletes with, just applied to life.
Yep. So, okay, let's go zoom out a little bit. You're in real estate. Market's changing. Wellness and fitness aren't just lifestyle buzzwords anymore. Buyers are actually shopping for homes that support their health. What are you seeing? And I will say this too. A lot of the people that leave our gym it's because they're moving, and they're so sad because they've been in this area, they've had enduraLAB close to them, and now they are going to have to find a new gym. And we've had people be like, oh, we're shopping in Fort Worth, and maybe they moved away and came back and now they're able to come to enduraLAB now. So anyway, with that being said, what do you think in the terms of buyers, how important is the gym and health?
Yeah, I think one thing is always work. If people are remote, it's not as important. But if they're going somewhere every day for work, that's an important determinant in location of where they want to be. And it does feel now the second thing other than work is where their gym is and where they are visiting and they want to stay close to that. Or on the flip side, if they're new, they are looking at how close is this home, not just to parks or the restaurants, but what is the fitness community like around there? There's a lot of chains. There's a lot of stuff that people maybe go to, different types of workouts that are in different parts of the country that they're looking at that on a map when they're looking at a house. And typically that's in an urban area. It's still in the same neighborhoods, but I hear people say that a lot more of, do you know where this gym is or how close are we to this type of workout? People are talking about that in the home search now.
That's really cool.
I would even say, when I've traveled over the years since getting into the fitness industry, that's one thing that I always do. It's like when I go somewhere, it's like, okay, where's the nearest gym that I can go work out at? And as a renter, not as a homeowner, as the three of you guys are, that is definitely something that I've still looked at, okay, before I started working here, I was like, okay, where do I want to move? What gyms are near this area? It's just, I don't know. You wouldn't think that people would have that mindset of, hey, this fitness endeavor needs to be a part of my daily routine, and it needs to be something that's close to where I live so I can make sure that it is a priority in my life.
Yeah, and it's out there. I mean, Forbes recently reported that homes marketed with wellness features are commanding higher attention. Things like home gyms, saunas, proximity to gyms, and access to trails and green spaces is becoming a big part of the conversation, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're big proponents of it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what Lee was saying. About 10 years ago, people wanted those open floor plans for houses, and now people are asking for, where does a squat rack go? Now, have you worked with any clients that have wanted to bring in home gym equipment to put into the house, and that's something that you had to factor in, or looking for homes that had more space for some of your clients?
I think what I see the most is still garage gyms and people that have the equipment. We actually see it more even in negotiations when somebody walks in and they're looking at a house and they see a garage that is really outfitted well. You know, it has permanent fixtures that are mounted to the wall. And so the discussion becomes, you know, bringing a price in for those things that are not necessarily part of the house.
Gotcha.
If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So they're like, hey, I want to keep this garage gym.
Is
How
this
much
is it?
as the garage flat? Is it totally even so I can like drop my weights? And is it load bearing? Like how thick is the concrete so it's not going to crack? Things like that.
Or could it be detrimental to it too? They're like, oh, well, we don't want any of this, like take off for the price. Like, you see that too.
To remove. And if, you know, there's a lot of damage that can be done if it's removed, that people, I don't see the negative side of it.
Okay.
I see people see, and if we use the garage example, they see it as a garage, but the people that are drawn to maybe a home gym type that want it, they envision that space now, not as a garage. The people that don't care about the gym, I don't see that it's a negative necessarily.
Gotcha.
They want it removed. You know, they want it all gone and they want it brought back, which can be an expense to the homeowner.
All right. So for bigger families like yours, how do you recommend, or what are people looking for in that sense as far as movement space? Like, you know, back in the day, it used to be like big yards and close to a park. Like you said, safe areas, like you want to make sure you're in a neighborhood your kid can ride their bike on the street. So how do you recommend houses now for those big families? Or what are you seeing?
Well, I mean, personally, I guess I'll go back. I've been in my current house for 5 years, and we had 4 kids when we moved, and we had moved from a 4-bedroom house. So I was in a 3-bedroom house. We had a 4th kid. We moved to a 4-bedroom house. We had a tiny yard though. And my wife and I caught ourselves. Our kids were little, maybe like a year old to 5 years old. And we were like, we want the kids outside. We want the kids outside. They weren't necessarily, you know, doing the video games and stuff yet, but we realized our backyard wasn't very big because we were like, well, I don't want to go in that backyard.
Yeah.
And so we started to look for something that had a bigger backyard. We ended up moving to a 3-bedroom house with 4 kids.
Okay.
Because we realized we didn't need that 4th bedroom.
Right.
Nobody wants to come visit and stay with us. And so we didn't need a guest bedroom.
Also-
Because of the amount of kids or
Also,
Yeah.
let's-
amount of kids.
you
It's
didn't
a
mention,
chaos.
but you also have animals.
I have animals. Yep.
what do y'all
Well, that came with we moved, we had 2
A house
boys and
came
2
with an
girls
animal?
at the time. It did.
Okay.
Well, kind of. But we bought a.
Did you negotiate that into the price?
You can't do that. Well, no, actually you can. We moved to a 3-bedroom house because we had 2 boys and 2 girls. And we're like, we have a boy room, a girl room, and everybody has their own bathroom, but we don't need this 4th bedroom. Well, we ended up having a 5th kid. So now we are still in a 3-bedroom house with 5 kids, but the house that we lived in has a huge yard.
Okay.
Or that we moved to has a huge yard. And while sometimes the bedrooms are tight, we still love the outdoor space. We kick our kids outside. They you know, it's physically they're exerting energy and the creativeness that comes with it and just being outdoor kids. It's been really important for us that we've seen the outdoor space is much more important than the indoor space.
And really, how much time do you spend in your room? I mean, like
Some
our kids
a
are
lot.
playrooms or living
I think
spaces.
the older they get,
Yeah.
older
So,
they get, the more time they
It's kind of
spend.
like when you go on a vacation and you're like, you know, spending a lot of money on your hotel. Well, you're never going to be in the hotel. You're going to be out.
Yeah, just stay at a Motel
exploring.
6.
Yeah,
right.
just, you know, rough it.
They'll keep the light on for you. No, but that's
But
good. I
yes.
mean, like the environment is definitely going to help. And we even bring that into the gym, right? The environment that you set in the gym helps drive your goals.
Mhm.
All right. Before we duck into the nitty gritty of how to choose the perfect home for both families and fitness, we're going to throw
I
in
need to learn that.
a little interactive segment we're calling Fit and Foundations. Here's how it's going to work. Dillon, we're going to give you a few quick scenarios. Each one ties into home buying decisions for our listeners,
Hot seat,
proximity,
hot seat.
space, lifestyle, and we'll see which one gets your vote. Then we're going to hit you with a few quick questions in our lightning round.
Okay.
You ready?
Game show.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't do the game show voice.
Do we need the game show voice? We can I don't want to do that anymore. ISIS, kind of sidebar real quick. ISIS was like, you're going to hate yourself when you hear that. And I actually listened to it. I was like, it's not that bad.
Oh,
It wasn't
Hey,
that bad.
there we
It
go.
wasn't that
That's
bad.
progress. I'm
It
proud
is.
of you.
I am listening
You're
to myself
growing.
and rewatching the podcast.
I love it.
So,
Good job.
Trying to get better.
All right. So you have a beautiful home in the suburbs, big yard, great schools, quiet streets. But your favorite gym, hint, enduraLAB is 30 minutes away. I don't like to drive at all, so
It's
that
like
would be
living
like
in Alito or something.
literally.
Yeah, like living in Walsh.
All right. A modern home, just 8 minutes from enduraLAB, is smaller yard, but walkable to coffee, trails, and your favorite recovery spot. Which do you choose? The bigger property or the shorter commute to community and consistency?
By default, I'm going to have to go with the 8-minute drive.
Yeah.
I'm a big 15 minutes is my limit.
Okay.
And I call it the Fort Worth 15 in real estate.
Oh,
If you can be within, there's so many places you can live with, be 15 minutes away. So that I have to go anything under 15.
You said there's
That's
a
my
lot of places you can do that with?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're like the 45-minute right now because of the traffic.
I'm in the 8-minute range. I'm just on the other side. I live in the Summit district, so I'm like just on the other side of downtown.
Alito used to count. Alito
I
and
know.
Walsh,
Yeah.
before the traffic, you're still
It
in the
will.
15. You're
Yeah.
still in the
Yeah.
15 minute.
It will.
And
yeah.
aren't
When
they-
I get in there in the morning, it's 18.
Yeah, because you're
From
coming
door
in
to door.
at 5 a.m. And also, aren't they redoing 20, or was it 30 or 20 that's right there?
Yeah.
That's
all of
Yeah,
it.
30
right where-
before it
yeah.
merges into 20. They're widening it, so hopefully the drive is a little easier for you guys coming in.
I
Yeah.
remember before we had the 24/7 access that I forgot the key one time going to coach to 5 a.m. So I drove all the way to the gym. And then I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I forgot the key. Had to drive back. I think I made it a 10-minute drive, and I didn't get a ticket.
Oh, whoa.
Damn.
But I was like scrambling.
Gone in 60 seconds.
That's right. She loved those.
All
Nicolas
right.
Cage.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Dylan's two options here. Scenario A, a house with a dedicated home gym and recovery setup. Great equipment, private space, no distractions. All right. Scenario B, a house with a smaller gym corner, but 10 minutes from enduraLAB with access to pro coaching, community accountability, and recovery tools like cold plunge and sauna. Now, do you
Is there a
want...
choice there?
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Yeah.
clear.
This is a leading
Yeah.
question.
So do you do you want the home gym convenience or the energy and the expertise that comes from training in a professional environment?
Well, Adonys, it has to be the energy and expertise that comes from you.
Wow, I'm shocked. And I am so
Yes.
I don't-
proud that you chose that answer.
Your
'cause you're gonna
workout
have
tomorrow
problems.
just got a lot easier.
Yeah, it did. I'm
See,
gonna
I
be
don't
a lot
need that
nicer
home
to
The
you.
gym.
target's off your back, Dylan.
Yeah. If I have another home gym, or if I have a home gym, that's more room and then probably another kid. So I need less rooms in my house.
Yeah, okay,
Less
okay.
rooms.
Okay.
Got to feel tight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be real
Perfect.
tight in there. Nice.
All right. Last of the scenarios before we get into the lightning round. Turnkey house right next to your office, cutting your work commute to 5 minutes, but the gym and recovery space are 25 minutes away. I think we've already answered this one.
Yeah.
And a spot strategically between your office and enduraLAB, a 10-minute drive to both, keeping your routines efficient. Live next to work, obviously, or would you, pick the Fort Worth 15?
Fort Worth 15.
Fort
But
Worth 15.
Wait, you said the house though is next to the office. So
Yeah,
he's
the
5
commute.
minutes.
So the work commute is 5, but the gym is 25. He doesn't want that. He wants
Oh, and you can do
he wants
both
something
in
10 minutes from both.
Okay.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
fits in the 15.
Some people like the commute though. Like they'll put on an
Decompress.
audiobook or yeah.
For me, I kind of liked it. I mean, we used to live by TCU, so it was literally a 5-minute drive, depending on stoplights. But then, and everybody was always like, "Oh, what'd you listen to?" Nothing. A song, right?
Yeah.
A song.
And so I did. I have read so many books since living in Walsh, just because of the extra.
I feel like too
10
you were
minutes.
like
And I feel
born
like you
and
could make
bred.
your time productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were born and bred in the commute though, because you come from a village and anything
Wow.
near you had
Hey,
to like
you
drive
country,
like
you country
you
bumpkin.
bumpkin.
Yeah, I come from a village.
but I mean literally you had to drive like 25 minutes to a grocery store, right?
People may not know this, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I grew up
there
in a
you go.
village of 70 people. not
and I'm a
kids.
city kid, so I want everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
70
and also I would say like even living in Texas, I've noticed this that like for most people, if you have an hour and a half to 2 hour commute, that's kind of a normal thing, traffic included for
Yeah.
most people. If you got to work in Dallas or you live in Dallas, work in Fort Worth, or you have to work in Frisco, wherever you live, just because of traffic and how large the metroplex is, that commute is a very Texas thing. Because I have family that lives in Baltimore, that live in villages in Michigan as well. And people don't really drive more than 20 minutes. And like if it's a 30 to 45 minute drive, that's like people think that that's so far. And in my head, I was like, oh, 30-minute drive, that's easy. But, I guess it's just the state that we live in.
Yeah.
Everything's spread out.
Yeah, I went a few years when my kids were little. We lived in Crestwood right here, but kids went to preschool 5 minutes away. My office was 5 minutes away, and I didn't like it because, to your point, I didn't have time to think. Like, I didn't have time to think in the car. So the 15, I need 10 to 15 minutes wherever I'm going
Okay,
to
good
get ready.
insight. That's really good.
All right, so you survived the serious stuff. Now for the fun stuff, the lightning round.
All right.
No overthinking.
Yeah,
You
just
ready?
like first thing in your head.
Yeah, first thing.
Close
You
my
got to
eyes.
hit the buzzer.
Okay. Tacos or pizza?
Tacos.
But what's
Oh,
your favorite go-to spot?
Salsa limon.
Okay.
Hey,
We like salsa limon.
yeah.
Guys, hey, plug it.
All
Man,
right.
I tell you what, the jalapeno
That's
sauce.
jalapeno salsa. I'll put that on it.
We did
With
Yes.
both. You have to do the green, both green salsas.
Okay.
Oh, you do
Oh.
tomatillo and the jalapeno?
And the jalapeno
Okay.
together.
Oh, man.
You're spicy. I like
Oh,
it.
it's good.
All right, question number
What time
2.
is it?
Favorite workout hype song right now? Are you not a big music guy?
No, okay. No, I am.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. No, and it might be yours, Nelly. I'm into the
Nelly?
to the Nelly on the playlist.
Okay.
Andale, mama. Yeah, that one? Like,
Little
No.
ride with me or yeah.
if you want to go and take a
Ride
ride
with
with me.
me,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We already know this one, so.
But our family loves Forest Spring.
Okay.
Yeah, I love sports.
Yep.
Good.
Morning training or late night grind.
Morning training.
Yep.
I have to.
Got 5 kids, so technically either could happen.
All right. If you could,
No, no more late night grind. We're done.
That's a whole other podcast.
all right. If you could add one recovery tool to your house tomorrow, what's it going to be? An infrared sauna, cold plunge, Normatec boots. Which one would it be?
Infrared sauna.
Infrared sauna. Why is that?
Because I think the whole family would use it.
Okay.
And the reason I say no to the cold plunge is I would squeal. I don't want my family hearing me squeal when I get into the
That's
water.
fair. That's fair. I hate the cold plunge too. ISIS gets on my ass about getting into the cold plunge here, and I have not yet. I've gotten into the sauna, but not the cold plunge.
Yeah.
Well, we do we have a pool, and when it gets cold, we will go from the hot tub into the pool.
That's perfect.
That's good enough.
But I'm the biggest wuss of everyone, so they make fun of me because I have to like tiptoe in. I
That's the
can't
worst
jump
way
in.
to do it.
So,
Yeah, you
oh,
need
it
to
is.
just
It is.
You gotta jump in.
Yeah.
Well, what happens is all the kids jump in. Even my wife will jump in, and then I'm like tiptoeing, getting used to it, and
splashing,
then they
yeah.
leave.
Oh.
And then by the end, I'm finally jumping in, but nobody's there to like celebrate me.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
They just made fun of me, and then they're like, "But I'm showing them I can jump in at the end."
Yeah, that's super
They leave
cute.
me.
You like
Dad's
come out of the
warmed up
water
now.
and you're like, look, and everybody's gone.
Yeah, they're freezing. Are you kidding me? Okay, hottest Fort Worth neighborhood for fit families right now.
You know, I think I think Crestwood's a great neighborhood
It's
right here.
5
It's on
minutes
the
from
trails.
enduraLAB.
5 minutes from enduraLAB. Tanglewood, I think you've got Overton Park right there in the middle, connects to the trails, either one of those.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, and
they say 20 years ago, you didn't want to live by the trails in Fort Worth, and now every neighborhood is trying to connect to the trails.
Oh, interesting.
As much as they
why?
can.
Why is that? Safety or?
And I think it was a safety
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
Yep.
And that's how we've always picked gym locations. We want it next to the trail.
Seriously,
Every
so
time.
we can just run out if it's in the workout.
Yeah. And if it's kid friendly too, that's
Yeah.
always a plus. All right. Favorite Fort Worth trail or outdoor spot for a quick reset? I guess we kind of already answered that one.
We love the Fort Worth. Is it the nature?
The
and
nature
Refuge?
preserve?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
We
gosh,
love
I've
going
heard
up there.
amazing things.
I've
and
been there
I still
a couple
haven't gone.
times. It's beautiful up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Just
Gonna
don't get in the
hike.
water, but I mean, outside of that, it's beautiful up there.
There's alligators too.
Yes.
All right. Dream collab for an enduraLAB event. If we could bring in a local brand, athlete, musician, what would it be?
Ooh, I'm gonna say bring in a musician. I don't know which one it would be, but I could see there being a concert in the
Okay.
parking lot.
Okay, live music action.
I
we
think
are going to
maybe
be
Adonys.
celebrating.
You said what? Me singing?
Do you sing?
No, I do not. I'm not
No.
musically talented one bit.
Isis, though. She was a
ISIS
vocal
was
major.
I
a
was.
music major or something like that.
I was, but we are celebrating our quinceañera next year. So maybe
15
we'll bring
years
in,
of
Yes.
enduraLAB.
maybe we'll bring in a band.
A
All right.
mariachi band?
Yeah.
No. Ugh.
Oh, no mariachi
I mean, that's
band.
what it should be, but Isis
No,
is
like
I know it.
corrido.
I guess it should be, right?
Or the dancers. Those are awesome. What are they called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the
Oh,
big dresses.
and that's we actually have somebody.
Who?
Michelle.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll have to talk to her.
Yeah.
We're making notes. Okay. One thing you refuse to skip: training, breakfast, or bedtime.
Ooh, I do skip breakfast a lot, but I refuse to skip, right? I don't skip bedtime.
Hey,
I
that's
get
good.
to bed on
Yeah.
time. So I'm not supposed to. I eat a handful of granola out the door.
Oh,
my
Isis would
gosh.
die.
Does that count?
She wakes up hungry, starving.
So am I not supposed to do that?
No, you're
I mean, it's
fine.
better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You eat.
I would.
eat
I would
Isis's face is
assume.
sufficient
still
amount
not
of
convinced.
protein during the day. That would be.
Yeah, I would assume.
Because you work
with-
out at 5 a.m., grabbing a handful of granola isn't actually that bad, but you do need to have your protein after you
I have a
workout.
protein after
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much protein?
I do a scoop and a half of whatever the bag is y'all sell.
Okay.
So it's over
like
20.
30,
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
to 40.
That's like almost 40 grams right
Did
there.
you see the 42 ounce slates that we have now? You should
42
really
gram.
be 42 gram.
Tipping those back,
Yeah, you should be.
cracking a
those back.
few.
Yeah. All right, one more question.
If you could design the ultimate performance home,
Ooh.
what's the must-have feature?
I'm going to say a sauna.
I was going to
Okay.
say.
I would like a
clap
hot
on
cold
lights.
room. Like a,
Like a contrast
Clap on
therapy.
lights.
yes.
Yeah.
Clap on lights.
Do you have?
Yes,
do you
make it
sell a lot
easy.
of houses with saunas in them? Like
No,
built
but
in
I've got
or-
a few that there's, no,
no.
a handful.
Yeah.
A handful. But that kind of stuff is good for, obviously for fitness, but
You know what you have to think about too is when you're putting a sauna in, we had to get the electricity for it. So like
Electrical.
yeah,
mm,
because you can't just plug one in the wall. Little things.
There are some that you can, but
Oh,
the
really?
bigger units, yeah.
We have like a little 1-seater clear light, like the one in the gym.
It
but
says 2-seater.
yeah,
there's
but you
no
never
way.
want to be in there with me for some reason.
I mean, what? Who wants to be in a sauna
If it's a
where you're
2-seater.
actually touching each other like that? No.
That's why
Yeah,
I said
I
1-seater.
mean, I will say like go into like the 24-hour fitness or like the men's health club or something. There's like just like the old dudes that don't wear the towels and just hop in there. Like I don't want to be in there with anybody else. But I mean, like husband and wife, I think it'd be a little different. But
So I think we should drop a few of these polls on Instagram for
Will
our
do.
listeners. Let us know your picks. Are you team taco or team pizza? Right? Sauna, cold plunge. Let's see what the community has
Yeah,
to say.
tag us when you answer. And I know we have a few blog posts that are like top 10 like burger spots and top
We
10
probably need to
coffee.
update those,
We probably
too.
do. Considering one of our favorites, I think, was Taco Heads, and now they close the location closest to us, but they're still open in the stockyards.
Yep.
yeah. Oh, they closed the original location off of Montgomery.
Yeah, which I'm like, that's
Oh,
such a
wow.
good location.
Apparently
really?
not.
I was there like a week ago.
We went
They
for
just
lunch the other
closed?
day, and literally they were like, we're not open. I'm like, your
Hmm.
sign says. And then we saw an Instagram.
Well, last time I was there was literally one person working
Oh,
the whole
wow.
place.
Dang.
Yeah.
She must have quit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sarah, what you doing? I used to work for Taco Heads back in the day, and I know Sarah pretty well. She owns Tina's,
Yeah,
which is
really good.
right across the street from my apartment. But now we're gonna get a little more serious with you, Dillon. All right. Thanks for playing along with the light stuff. But now, as we get back to the serious things, how do we actually make homes support health and performance?
Yeah. So if someone's listening right now and they're buying a house, what should they be thinking about from the fitness and wellness standpoint?
Because I would have no idea.
Ooh, that's good. Inside the home and then outside the home. So inside the home, obviously budget constraints are gonna limit, how much space you can get. And if you're gonna get the places that I'm seeing the saunas, or even recently someone was trying to get a helipad at their house.
That's
Or-
Okay,
really
now we
healthy.
know what range of houses you work in. Okay.
or like a golf simulator like that. Obviously you're in the
Oh, a
higher
golf
end,
simulator.
right?
Don't say that.
But that is
Yeah.
at the higher end of the budget. And if you're looking for space within your home, it's like, I think being flexible, and that flex space, actually the word flex space is if you're needing something like that, if you want to have a machine or something that really you'd like to have daily access to, I think finding a space for it. It doesn't have to be a 600 square foot room, but being smart about that. And is that important on the inside? And then the exterior is kind of the location, what we've talked about, the proximity to, do you want to be in a neighborhood that has sidewalks or somewhere that you can walk your dog or just walk or run safely on a consistent basis? Do you want it to connect to the trails? Do you want it to be close to a gym? And in Fort Worth is good. They've really tried to bring in some of the bike lanes, which is nice. I hate following a biker that's not in a bike lane, that's in no rush.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a bike lane right over there. But I think if you like to ride your bike, finding somewhere that's close to to the bike lanes or the trails. And even in some of the parks, there's fitness stations I've noted. Like if that is something that you want to be able to do that on your own, I think knowing proximity of where you're looking.
Awesome.
And I like the flexibility, right? And I think people have a hard time seeing that. So that's where you definitely come into play. Like, hey, listen, you know, you don't have kids now. You could use this as a gym, but then this could become a nursery, you know, as the family evolves. So I think having your expertise of how to make a flex space work also helps, you know, with those home buyers, right?
And we see that kind of crossover within fitness. You have your progression, you have your adaptation, you have your sustainability as well. And those all apply here to the home owning space as well. But the more adaptable your environment is, the longer it'll serve you, the longer you'll stay in your home, the longer you stay at the gym, the better your fitness is.
Yep. And okay, so from a value perspective, do you think homes with wellness features are holding or even increasing value?
Yes. So going to the proximity side, when I said external, if you look at the home's location and the proximity, location is obviously one of the most important parts of real estate. And so that's going to always help with appreciation and increasing value. Now, features inside a home, whether it's, you know, some sort of outfitted space that has a sauna or a simulator, stuff like that, those are going to help homes sell faster. They're going to grab the attention of buyers, especially if you're in a market where, you know, there's a lot on the market, a little bit of kind of where we are now, inventory's high. And so if you have something in your home that the others don't, you're not going to see it from a sales standpoint that, oh, it's X amount of dollars higher, but you're likely going to see that house is going to get more attention and going to sell quicker, which at the end of the day is obviously helping you as the seller. That is value, is the quicker you can sell your home.
Right. I mean, the labor and the cost of putting in those features are definitely worth probably the
Yes.
price of the house. Yeah.
Right. So let's wrap it up with a few takeaways. You know, the more of your personal side of things. For busy parents and professionals, what advice do you have for designing a lifestyle that supports both family, big family, and performance, right?
So y'all ask earlier, morning or night person. I'm a night owl all day long, but I had to shift in my perspective of what was important to me in order to make fitness be part of my life by finding that time in the morning and time managing. Whenever I looked at my calendar, you know, for a long time, it was like, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to work out. Well,
you tried to leave us.
I did.
He was like, this isn't working for me. And I was like,
ISIS like showed up at your place of work.
I did.
And started booking
minor
house tours.
harassment.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Minor harassment.
Minor.
I feel like that's a reoccurring theme with ISIS. ISIS is probably like she's the what is it, the like an enforcer, like a bookie or something like that.
Yeah, she's the muscle.
Yeah, she's the muscle of the gym, getting people to come back to the gym or not leave the gym.
Rumblings that you might be leaving the gym.
Yeah.
She's like patting the Louisville slugger on her hand.
Right.
I was kind of a bully to you, though.
It worked.
But instead of the bully, Dillon was like, Isis, thank you so much for taking the time to
Here's
show
my
me.
money. Don't
Here's
hurt
the
me.
way.
Yeah. What's funny, though, is that same predicament you were in, I lived it. And it was more about productivity, because when I started enduraLAB, I was just thinking, I'm so much more of a night owl. I feel more creative at night and I can get a bunch of stuff done. But actually, it's just because you have kind of a never ending time. You can just stay up all you want. I wasn't getting more done. And when I shifted that to, you know, I'm going to wake up earlier, I'm going to start my day earlier. Number one, like you said, I just had more energy, and I ended up getting so much more done in a shorter amount of time. But it was just getting from, I thought I was always a night owl. I can still hang out with the kids and stay up as late as I want. It doesn't bother me. But making myself go to bed at, 7:30 with ISIS and waking up in the morning and getting stuff done definitely helps with my productivity. So I totally get that.
It's a habit that leads to other good habits happening. Like you said, less drinking, less social, like eating out, all those things. And then getting to bed earlier. Like that's great habit stacking.
Well, for anyone listening that is house hunting, I mean, I would like to buy a house at some point in my life. That would be nice. But you guys want to make a quick little wellness checklist. Proximity to parks is something that you guys want to look into. Close gyms, you know, what do you call it? The Fort Worth 15?
Fort
I
Worth.
love that.
15. That's going to be with parks, gyms, trails, and then flexibility of your home space. But think of that as a part of your whole fitness plan as well.
Do you have that trademarked?
Yes.
You need to.
Actually,
need
you
to.
Actually,
need
wait,
to.
give me a second.
Yeah.
I gotta make a call.
You're going on to your 5th podcast, right?
Remember, health is wealth. You invest in your home, your business, your portfolio. Just don't forget to invest in the one body you live in every day as well.
That's right. And Dillon, thank you so much for coming in today, man. Again, we're so honored to be the 4th podcast of your day.
You're a shining example, though, at the gym.
Yes. I'm just
Member of the
fitness,
month.
family,
Yeah.
business, all connected.
Yep.
I was going to say member of the month.
I was.
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah.
We've had a spotlight before you came.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was letting me know about that during Night of the Living Dead.
Oh.
Hey, just so you know.
Just
Yeah,
so
he was
you
letting me
know.
know. He's throwing it out there. He's throwing it out there.
Well, thank you. I, real estate is a lot of different things, but I've always seen it as somewhat, my job is to help people find their community and build community. And it just makes sense now with the gym and the support and the accountability I've had that even though I tried to quit a while back, I was like, what I would be missing is the community. And a lot of what I do, it's the community at the gym, but it does connect just really well with my purpose. And what I do with real estate is finding your community, being part of your community, and being challenged by your community. It just goes hand in hand with, finding where you want to live.
I love that. Okay, guys, if this episode hit home, literally, share it with someone who's balancing family, business, and health.
And if you're ready to build consistency in your training and your environment, come see us at enduraLAB, Fort Worth's home for performance and longevity.
And remember, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like it and share it with your friends. You can always catch us on Instagram at enduraLAB. Until next time,
Keep moving.
Eat well.
and stay strong.
Bye. See you next time.
No peace.
Deuces. All right, guys. I gotta
Just
go,
in
Coach.
time.